All right, friends, we're live. Happy Tuesday night. And I'm hoping that you all have had a chance to check out Transform Nation. Episode 2 just dropped this afternoon. Actually, I should say this morning / afternoon, depending on where in the world you are. And I hope you guys are loving it so far. These are all, we're going to go live on Insta right now. What's up, guys? So, guys, clearly we've been working on a lot. We've been working on a lot, and I'm really excited to hear your thoughts so far and answer any questions that you guys might have. What's up? What up, Instagram? What up, YouTube, Facebook? All right, guys. Yeah, let's go. I hope everyone's having a great Tuesday night out there. What up, Kim? All right. Hello, Canada. What up, Mick? Kim, you're in 2 places at the same time. That's amazing. Yo, what up, Robert Delgado, my man? Season 5, Extreme in the house right now. Yo, thank you so much, One Fast V8. Yes, it's been a ton of fun with everything that we're building over there with Thrive Lab and with Transform Nation. So hey, surprise, surprise. The name of the show, it's not even a show, guys, it's a movement. And there's so much to share with you. And I hope you guys are, and remember, what you're watching right now is the making of, because the episodes and the celebrations and the individuals who are going to be transforming their lives real time in front of your eyes, this is all going to be happening, and it's not going to end. This is what I'm so excited to share with you. And the best part is that everyone can be a part of it. So I'm again, this has been a dream that has been in the works for quite some time, and we're getting started, and it's going to evolve. But that's the fun part about it. That's the exciting part. And so, and for those of you who haven't had a chance to check it out, or anyone who's just coming in right now, fresh, we're talking about Transform Nation. It's the new movement, and we're launching all the episodes. You can catch them on YouTube. And so, long story short, I can't tell you how many times over the years people have asked. They said, "Hey, when are you gonna do another show?" And the timing is right. And we've been working on this for the last few months. I've teamed back up with my executive producer from Extreme Makeover Weight Loss Edition, or many of you know it as Extreme Weight Loss, or in Latin-speaking countries, Kilo por Kilo, or in Europe, it's a year to save my life. So, but yes, I teamed back up with my executive producer, and I joined forces with Thrive Lab. And so together we're creating a fully participatory experience for everyone to be a part of. So and we're launching it. The doors aren't open yet, but the wait list is. And so it's basically, if you're on the list, then you're going to be notified to hold your spot, to secure your spot before anybody else. And so you can actually check that out. The link's in my bio on Instagram, or you can go to transformnationusa.com, and you can actually put yourself on. It's the early access list. So I highly recommend you do that, because now the dream is that we're on a mission to transform 1 million lives, but we're going to do that one at a time. So we're going to open up the doors for the first 500 right now. And then we're going to learn from the entire process. We're going to serve these people. And of course, if you're transforming, you have an opportunity to be a part of the show as well, if you choose to, or you can just do it privately by yourself. So guys, it's going to be a ton of fun. So here we go. It's interesting. I'm over here on Facebook, but it looks like my Facebook feed is not coming through right now. So let me see if I can figure. Oh, there we go. There. Now my Facebook feed is working. Yo, okay, here we go. I see the collectives well, and guess what? The collective, which has been the community of individuals who's been transforming with me. It's my own private community of individuals. They are now the beginning of the Transform Nation, and we're going to be growing this community significantly. And the best part is that the collective, just like the individuals on the show on Extreme, now they know so much. They've been implementing all of these lessons of transformation as they've been going through their own. So they're going to be helping out in the process. And so they're all jumping in here. What up, Sarah? What up, Wendy? Hello, my friends. All right. Yo, what up, Beth? Okay. I'm so far behind here because my Facebook feed wasn't working. Hey, yo, we got another extreme. A bunch of the extreme peeps are jumping in here. What up, Meredith? So good to hear from you. This is awesome. All right. So, guys, we're going to have a ton of fun. Yo, I want to give a shout out to Just Rob. He's down 150 pounds in a year. And guys, this is the stuff that gets me fired up. This is what I get so excited about. And we're going to have an opportunity to go out to individuals just like Rob, and we can celebrate them. And so it's, again, because I'm going to share with you just, and I talk about it in the episode and with Matt, but and Matt being the executive producer for my show. But the one of the hardest parts was the fact that we could only pick 15 people a year, and we had 10 to 15,000 people try out every single year. Over 1 million emails came in from people over 5 years. 1 million emails, people asking for help, and we simply couldn't choose them. And so we've spent years building virtual platforms, and now, but at the same time, we could offer the nutrition, we could offer the training, we could offer the guidance, but we didn't have the medical support. And now by combining teams with Thrive Lab, now we actually have a nationwide network of medical providers, dietitians, and support, so that we can bring it all together. And by the way, it's also covered by insurance. How cool is that? And so your insurance can absolutely help support this process as well. And if you don't have insurance, that's okay as well. And so there's options for everyone. Again, we're going to be opening up the doors for to go through the assessment enrollment process here in probably, we're going to say late January. But in the meantime, you can always just put yourself on the wait list, or it's called, hold on. It's the early access list is what we're calling it. The early access list. So it's going to be solid. It's going to be solid. So yeah, Doris, how do you sign up? Just go to Transform Nation USA. Guys, Transform Nation USA. It's a play on the word transformation. Transform Nation USA. And remember, it's not a program, guys, it's a movement. And as you go through this process, again, you can choose to share your journey, or you can choose to do it privately. It's all up to you. And if you choose to share your journey, then you give us permission to have the opportunity to come knock on your door at any time during the process. And so week after week, guys, you're going to see some pretty awesome surprises along the way, and some beautiful journeys. And that's exactly what we're here to do. And sometimes, here's the thing, you're not necessarily going to see someone's complete journey beginning to end. We might celebrate someone a month into the journey, and we might be celebrating someone 1.5 years into the journey. You never know. And that's, again, the beauty of it. And by the way, we also might check in with people multiple times so we can continue to follow up with them. But this is the fun part about it that we've, again, been dreaming about doing for a long time. So, okay, I'm going to jump in here and start answering some questions. Here we go. Let me see here. Looking for some questions. All right. KC Mo Baseball Mom lost 200 pounds a couple of years ago. Fantastic. Congratulations. And if you still need to lose some more, that's okay. Again, we're here to support anyone on any journey. And by the way, also, I got to share this. It's not just weight loss. It could be even just focusing on, we might share a story of a mom who's just seems to have lost herself, who needs to get more energy back and mental clarity and focus. There's everybody, no matter who you are, you're on a journey and there's a story to share. Or it might be, we might want to go follow along with a kid who's always needed to just gain muscle, and he wants to bulk up and he wants to feel strong and powerful again. And that's the story that would resonate with me. I was always the tiniest little kid, and I always wanted to bulk up, and I found fitness, and it changed my life. And so, again, beautiful stories to share, no matter what kind of journey that you're on. Okay, here we go. Looking for some questions. Okay, Cheryl, is it going to be available to Canadians and to our international friends? Okay, right now, I know the wait list, it asks you what state you're in, because that has everything to do with the medical services that we can provide to you. And there isn't an option for international friends. However, we are going to be opening that up. Stand by and stay tuned. I actually had a really good conversation with the CEO of Thrive Lab today. So Right now, the wait list does not allow individuals, international individuals, to sign up yet. Don't worry, we are going to be opening up access. Here's the only catch: is that if you're international, we can't provide medical services for you, so we won't be able to provide any of the practitioners for you, again, to get your blood work and to be able to work with the doctor, which a lot of individuals, again, as you go through this process, you can be in fact, it's imperative that you're going to be working with the doctors so that you're doing it the right way. So if you need any kind of support, whether you're in midlife looking for hormone replacement therapy, if it's right for you, you work with the doctor to see if it's right. If you're even interested in GLP-1 support, yes, the support will be there. However, if you're going to be part of our program, then you're going to be focusing on proper nutrition to hit your targets and resistance training, because we're going to do it the right way. If y'all saw the sizzle, and we bring up, yes, these GLP-1, the medications are extremely powerful, but a lot of people are doing them the wrong way, and that's why I'm back. And that's why if you're going to choose to do them, absolutely, we support you 1,000%, but you're going to do them the right way with us, and we're going to document the journey along the way. So we are going to be providing medical support throughout the entire thing. If you're international, we won't be able to provide that, but we will absolutely be able to provide the lifestyle support. Nutrition, training, stress management, sleep hygiene, and all of the above. So again, it's going to be a blast. Super excited. And then of course, if you're international, I'd love to come surprise you. I'd love to do some door knocks in Australia or in London or Spain or wherever you are. But we'll get there eventually. We'll probably most of the surprises will be in the United States at first, but boy, I tell you what, my international friends, start transforming right now, because we'd love to come visit you. That's for sure. So the answer, long answer short, yes, we will be opening this up to our international friends, but just with no medical support early on. And we'll see what we can do from that point on. It's a difficult thing to get medical support outside the United States, because we are a US based company. Okay, Sonia's journey. Can the show be transparent when making the food and possibly show the exercises that are done? You better freaking believe it. So yes, in fact, we've actually been talking about that. So as you guys have been following a lot of my social media, you guys know I'm huge in recipes. And so we're going to be making all kinds of delicious comfort food recipes. And then we want to highlight those recipes in the episodes as well. So as you guys are watching, yeah, you're going to learn. We are on a mission to teach everybody how to make delicious food in your own kitchens. And we also have the support from Ninja Kitchen, by the way, who makes incredible appliances, and they're supporting us along the way. So this is going to be really, really cool, because again, number one, you're going to save a ton of money. You're going to eat your favorite comfort food. So we're going to show you how to do high protein, high fiber, the most delicious versions of it you've ever had. And yes, we're going to share it. And because, when we were doing the show before, we were limited. There were rules. We had to play by rules. We make the rules now, so we can absolutely show you the exercises. We can get into the details of how to perform a proper calf raise, a proper push-up. And we can absolutely do these little one-offs around the episodes to support you. So guys, just keep watching, and you'll keep learning and keep applying everything that you learn, from exercise to nutrition to stress management to, again, sleep hygiene, whatever it is. And you can keep applying it to your transformation. So that's, again, this is a fully participatory experience. And the whole team is just, and when I say the whole team, there's like 70 of us, from the medical providers to the dietitians to the production team to the dev team to the marketing team. We are just giddy. We are so excited to get out here and to serve all of you. So it's going to be a ton of fun. Here we go. Let me see. Looking for some more questions. Man, I see some. Hold on, guys. I gotta shout out a few people on here. Let me see. Josh Willingham. Man, he was 335 pounds at the start of 2025, and now he's 188. Brother, congratulations. That's really incredible. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Danny lost 300 pounds. after gastric bypass. Danny, congratulations. Now you've regained 100, and that's okay. That's okay. This is why we're doing what we're doing. Watch and learn, participate. This is for everybody. So welcome aboard, brother. Welcome aboard. And if you want to jump in and actually like apply and be a part of the show, then go through the assessment, connect with the provider, you can join Transform Nation. If for anyone out there who's serious about this and wants to get down and really and truly transform, then again, we will be opening the doors soon. TransformNationUSA.com. Put yourself on the waiting list, on the early access list, and you will be notified, because when the doors open, the doors open. So everyone on the early access list, we're going to notify you at least 24 hours in advance so you can secure your spot. There's going to be, right now, just because we only have so many medical providers, we're going to open up 500 spots. And then after that, just because we can only serve so many people. And then we're going to close the doors, and then we're going to begin everyone through the process of transformation. But then we'll be actively looking for more medical providers so that we can actually continue to serve more and more people. And we'll grow from 500 to 1,000 to 2,000 and so on. And because we're on a big mission. We're on a really big mission to transform a lot of people and do it the right, again, with medical support, doing it the right way. So however you choose to do it, there's no right or wrong. This is all inclusive and everybody is welcome. Here we go. Minimum age. Yes, there is a minimum age 18. And so, and if anyone under 18 would like to participate, it's important that you're actually going to do this with your parent. And so your parent can actually join Transform Nation and you can participate along with your parent. Is the show going to be on TV? Not yet. Right now it's going to be on YouTube. Everything is fully participatory and interactive. So it's going to be on YouTube and Facebook. And then I'll roll out some shorts, some clips on Instagram and TikTok so you guys can see what's going on. And eventually it might make it back to television. We'll see. But when it does go back to TV, we're controlling it now. We'll put it that way. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it our way, which I'm really, really excited about. Gretchen, congratulations, my friend. She says she's 6 pounds away from her goal weight, which is that's another beautiful part of the journey that we're going to be celebrating, is individuals who have lost the weight and they're keeping it off, which is in our eyes, that's truly, when we're looking at the big picture, that's the goal, right? Because we all know we could lose the weight, but keeping off, that is what it is all about. So it's about implementing those those lifetime pillars of wellness and adopting those so that we can support everybody, not just to lose the weight, but to keep it off. And we talk about that, especially in the episodes, the first few of the making of, because that's what we're really working to tackle. And we're excited to do it here for good. Okay, here we go. Let's see. How often will the people on the show be with me? Well, here's the best part. If you join Transform Nation, you're in. So you're in the community. And this show is going to be going on indefinitely. There's no beginning and there's no end. I guess there is technically a beginning, but there will be no end. And so you can be a part of Transform Nation as long as you would like. You could be a part for 3 months, or you could be a part for 3 years. You can have it take you all the way through your weight loss journey into maintenance, into perhaps becoming a CrossFit athlete or into, developing strength and muscle, and you just be a part of the journey. And as long as you're transforming, you're welcome. And you could be a part of the Transform Nation with us. And so, yeah, it's going to be a never ending process, and we're going to grow. The team will continue to grow. There will be more coaches and more experts who will be joining in to help support everybody along the way. So we're starting something that's going to turn into something really, really big, which I'm super excited about. Like my boy David here, man, he lost a ton of weight and he's keeping it off. 71 years old and he's bodybuilding again. What a story. These are the stories that we want to share. Here's the beauty of it, guys. Every single one of you is an inspiration, and you have a story to share. And so this is where we want to get out there, and we want to connect with you, and we want you to become the hero of your own story, and we want to share that story with the world. And then in a really beautiful way, you changing your own life will turn around and inspire hundreds of thousands, if not millions of other people to transform theirs. So we're trying to create something really beautiful here and ultimately a movement. I also must say, I mentioned that Ninja Kitchen is on board because we're on a mission to teach everyone how to make food in their kitchen. So yeah, we're going to be sharing the recipes. We'll be sharing the exercises. The National Academy of Sports Medicine is also on board, and which is the largest certifying agency in the world for trainers and wellness coaches. And they are going to be selecting certain individuals that they want to give scholarships to, who then they could turn around and they could certify those individuals to turn around and pay it forward. So again, get ready. Beautiful stories of transformation and paying it forward. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Any more questions? So Tamara is asking custom plans for weight loss patients. Yes, there will absolutely be custom plans for weight loss patients and diabetics. So actually, I had a beautiful meeting with the dietitians today. So yes, we have registered dietitians who will also be, they're going to be working with individuals in the community. We're still working through the logistics on that right now. And so it is not one plan for all. So we're actually using some really powerful AI engines right now as far as being able to customize beginning plans, but they will all be unique plans. Not one person will get the same plan because we all actually burn different calories during the day, right? We all have a different daily energy expenditure. And then also you get to control the throttle. So you get to control the deficit. So it could be a very mild deficit with very light hunger and slower progress, but more sustainable progress, or you can have a much more aggressive deficit, especially if you're working with your medical provider and you do choose a GLP-1 along the way. Perhaps it's for diabetes, perhaps it is to assist weight loss, but at the same time, yes, all of it will be actually worked around your nutrition program. And no matter what, you must be hitting your calorie targets, your protein targets, and resistance training along the way. So, but again, you get to control the throttle, and we're going to have the incredible AI engine behind the whole thing to help create the custom programs at first. And then the dietitians can come in and start to customize from there. This is beautiful. Okay. Lisa lost over 100 pounds. Congratulations. She can breathe and walk better. Let's go. She says, you're stuck at your current weight. So how can you reboot? Boy, I tell you what, just welcome aboard. And there's lots of ways to reboot. It's ultimately at the same time, we're going to give you the opportunity to pick whichever pillar you want to embrace first. It could be nutrition, it could be training, it could be walking, increasing your steps, it could be hydration. And so there's a lot of different ways that you can make very small changes in your daily habits, and you'll see the scale start moving again. But again, at the same time, I mean, how old are you? Where are your hormones? This is also why it's important to have a medical provider with us, so they can actually help make sure that everything is stable, that you're good to go, and that you're ready for this process. So we're, again, just put your name on the early access list, and then you can go through the assessment and see if it's right for you. Okay. Let me see. So what are the rules? There are no rules. So it's not like a competition or anything like that. As far as anything like that goes, it's just transform. It's going to be there will be certain recommendations, strong recommendations, and that is that this isn't just like you come in, get some medical support without implementing the pillars of wellness. So this is medical support and nutrition, training, stress management, sleep, like all the important, necessary pillars of wellness for you to lose the weight and keep it off. And there's also going to be lots of lessons of learning how to heal your relationship with food, just because for a lot of individuals who are coming in, it's far beyond hunger. And granted, there's a lot that we can do to help manage that. But at the same time, it's really important that we're all going to be going through an educational process as well. So it's not just, I'm going to come in here and use a GLP-1 and lose a lot of weight, and then after that, what? No, we're going to teach you. And then it's crucial that we do this for the integrity of the program. And so, yes, if there are rules, if you want to call them that, those are the rules. Do the doctors know how to deal with people with epilepsy and Graves' hyperthyroidism? Yes, they do. They're actually extremely well versed with hormones. So I am hypothyroid, and so that they're working with me right now. So I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's 14 years ago, and so I've actually moved my practice, or like my care, from my other doctors now over to the team at Thrive Lab, and I'm under their care, and it's been absolutely wonderful. So yes, they are specialists when it comes to hormones. Let me see here. Shappy Life, can there be a follow along component? Absolutely. Oh, of course. In fact, that's actually what the show is. It's because the show is not necessarily a docuseries from beginning to end where you follow one person's journey. No, they're actually follow alongs. So we're just going to be we're going to be checking in on people, and seeing where they are on their journey. And if you're stuck, then we're going to give you a little nudge, and we're going to talk about the lessons that you've learned, or maybe what you're struggling with, and we want to step in and again support you however you need to take those next steps forward so you can continue on your journey of transformation. And with everyone out there, when they share their struggles, I guarantee you it's not a struggle that's unique to them. It's something that thousands, if not millions of us are dealing with. And so there's going to be some really beautiful lessons learned in all of these episodes. Okay. Yes. So Tamara, she's asking, great questions, Tamara, by the way. She's asking, will this also be able to help with the mental health aspect of rapid weight loss for people? Now, I am not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a counselor or a therapist, but there is a curriculum that absolutely supports this, about, again, healing your relationship with food, etc. There is also going to be resources outside of this where if you are struggling with trauma or an eating disorder or disordered eating, we're going to go ahead and refer you out to some national organizations that could really support you on that level, because it's important that I stay within my lanes as a coach, and even the practitioners will stay within their lanes as medical practitioners. And so if you need specialized approach, then it'll be important that we're going to send you to those individuals that can really help you depending on what it is that you're dealing with, so you can get the right tools to help you transform. And again, with the utmost integrity to make sure that you have what you need for your transformation, because it's your life. Okay. Yeah, guys, this is gonna be a ton of fun. So, do we work with people with autism? Absolutely, of course. In fact, it was so much fun. I mean, do I personally? Well, I've actually a beautiful relationship with SARC, which is the Southwest Autism Resource Center. If anyone in the autism community here, everyone's familiar with SARC, and they are actually one of the largest research and resources for the autism community. And so I actually, my Move 1 Million program, they've adopted it, and I've actually been one of their big presenters for the last few years because it combines movement and music. And so it's been extremely helpful for so many in the autism community, which is just the most beautiful, the most beautiful group of individuals that I think I've ever encountered. So, yes, absolutely. Again, that would never prevent anybody from going and embarking upon the journey of transformation. All right. Here we go. Let me see here. I'm looking at some more. Any more questions here? Hold on. There's quite a few coming. There's quite a few questions pouring in and a lot of comments. So, phase 5 wellness could this be good for someone who's struggled with yo-yo dieting forever and really wants to break the cycle? Absolutely. That's exactly what we're here to do, is give you something to finally really lean on, and a process that you can trust, because of all the resources that we have available. It's not just a single program. It's the medical support, the dietitians, myself, and the coaching, and the other coaches that will be involved, all to support you in this. And the most incredible, I've been talking a lot about the program. Wait till you encounter the community. It is the most loving, supportive community ever, and that's exactly what this needs to be. And we will protect that community. And it's important that we do. And it's going to be a challenge, especially when we open the doors to so many, but as people are going through the journey of transformation, it is a beautiful, and sometimes it can be a scary process as people are going through that journey, and as you're doing the work to discover yourself. And so it is crucial that the community will rally around you with open arms and love and support as we go through this entire process. And so and I'll be there on a regular basis teaching the lessons, and we'll be creating all kinds of resources to help everybody through the process as well. So here we go. Let me see. I love it. Kim says, why does the ninja piece not surprise me? Yeah, go figure, right? Could you tell that I love my ninja products? And you know what, let me tell you, just straight up though, they're good people. And they've been supportive of everything we've been doing for a long time, even when I didn't ask for it. They've literally reached out and said, hey, love what you're doing. We just want to help out. Can we, and without asking for anything else in return. So this is why I really not only do I love their appliances, because they save a ton of time and a ton of money, and they actually allow us to make comfort foods in our home, but they're just good people. So yeah, it's a match made in heaven. We'll put it that way. All right. Yes, Kay Kane. Well, I answered this one earlier, but just in case you're just jumping in now, will those in Canada be able to join? Not yet, but you will. We're working on that right now about opening this up for international people. However, the only caveat is that here in America, in the United States, we will be providing medical services for those. And it's crucial that we are actually going to be doing this in conjunction with the doctors. It must happen that way. However, if you are outside of the United States, you will not be able to, we cannot provide medical services to those outside of the United States. However, you can be a part of the lifestyle aspect of it. So again, the nutrition programs and the training programs and the coaching and the sleep and the stress management and the weekly lessons and the meal prep, all of those things will actually be a part of the program, and you can absolutely join in. You just will not be able to receive medical services. And so, but yes, we will be able to open it up. Yo, Raymond, my man, I love you, brother. From season 5, Raymond and Robert, twins. Y'all probably remember them. Monette, Missouri. Man, I love you, brother. Let me see here. Okay, any more questions? Any more questions? Let me see. Man, everything's pouring in so fast. All right. Let me see. Oh, Priscilla says, if we sign up and are picked, are you on TV? Some people are camera shy. Here's the best part. You can choose to document your journey, or you can choose to do this privately as just a member of the community. And you don't need to document anything. In fact, you don't even have to be on camera. And we totally get that. Some people are camera shy, and we respect it. So there's never any pressure. Or if you think, I would love to document my journey, I want to inspire other people, I want that added, by the way, if you document your journey, the added layer of accountability. We see this all the time on social media now. Look at people who will say, hey, look, I'm on a journey to lose, 200 pounds, and they bring everybody along. And you see how fast their community grows with the support. Guess what's going to happen with you? If you want to document your journey, then you're going to get a ton of support along the way, which is a beautiful thing. And it comes with this incredible layer of accountability. And so you see the most beautiful success stories because, yes, they're going through it every single day. They're keeping their promises and they're adopting habits, but there's also that accountability. So for those who choose to document their journey, then absolutely, then your story can be shared. You can document it for yourself. And we're actually going to be supporting you guys on the documenting part of things. I'm not going to get into the details on that, but we've got a really cool thing set up for you guys. So you can document your journey. However, if you've chosen to document your journey and share it, which you'll give us permission to, you never know. You might get a knock on your door. And so I'm going to leave it at that. And it can happen at any time, anywhere. Well, typically if it's a knock on your door, you know where it's going to happen. So, but I'll say it can happen anytime. All right. Yo, my friends. Okay. This is, well, for anyone who's just jumping in right now, transformnationusa.com. You can jump on there. you can add your name to the early access list. And if you're on that list, then you will be notified so you can secure your spot. We're going to open, there's going to be 500 spots opening up when we open up the doors, we open up the doors. If you're on the early access list, we will be notifying you 24 hours early so you can secure your spot and you can hold it. And if you're in, you're in. And like I'd said before, you can choose to document or you can choose to do it privately. You can start off privately and then open it up later and choose to document. It's your journey. And it's whatever that journey is, it's beautiful and we're going to support it. However you choose to do it, everybody's welcome. So, all right, I better rock and roll here pretty soon. But yes, we're going to be, yeah, I gotta go pick up kiddos. It's activity time, so they're gonna be wrapping up their lessons here pretty soon, guys. But here's the thing: I'm also gonna be going live after the episodes. Usually not on a Tuesday night, maybe on a probably it's gonna be Wednesday mornings. We're gonna be launching episodes on Tuesday, Transformation Tuesdays. Then I'll be going live on Wednesday mornings so we can talk about them. And we can talk about what you saw in the episode, and we can get real and raw. And then quite often we'll probably have the individual that you saw in the episode as a guest on the lives as well. So yeah, we're gonna have a ton of fun in the process. Stand by, my friends, and I hope to see you guys on the inside. That's for sure. So be sure to add yourself to the list. TransformNationUSA.com. Very, very important. And I will see y'all. In fact, let me see here. Well, we might be going live next Tuesday night. I'll announce it when we possibly can. I got to run out to California on Monday, and I'll be there for a couple days. So but in the meantime, just stand by, stay tuned. I'll announce it on my social, and we'll go from here. But the next episode's coming out next week, and it's a really good one. I don't want to give too much away, but I'm going to be spilling the beans on a lot of the stuff that happened on Extreme. So it'll be fun. Stand by and tune in. It's going to be a blast. YouTube and Facebook. That's where the episodes will be airing. So, all right, my friends, thank you so much for jumping in here. And I'm excited to answer your questions in the future. We're going to have a lot of fun in the process. All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday night and rest of your week. I'll see y'all on social, and I'll see you guys next week as well. See you guys. Bye.